I felt like I really needed to say that because I think a lot of women want to detach just so that their partner can choose them. And I get that. But that isn't what detaching is about. Detachment is about fully becoming happy with yourself and being fully in love with yourself. Beyond in love with yourself, that nobody can tell you otherwise. And that you know that if something does work out, it's because it's in alignment. And if something doesn't work out, it's because something better is happening. Something better is on the horizon. You are manifesting something even better than you can ever imagine. Hello, my witchlings. We are talking about detachment. Detachment, oh my gosh. I wish I learned the art of detaching early in my 20s because it would have saved me so much time. It will save you so much time if you are in your 20s and you're learning about detaching. It'll save you so much time, so much heartache, and will bring you so much peace, because the one thing in life is that you must be rooted in your own confidence. You must be rooted in your own happiness. You must be rooted in who you are. And without that, the world can tell you who you are and you will believe it. Everything outside of you and internally will rely on what's going on around you. And that is the quickest way for you to have chaos in your life. That is the quickest way for you to be unhappy, for you to be unfulfilled. Because if it's one thing, is that only happiness and fulfillment can come from inside of you. And for that, you have to learn how to release control from people, places, and things. Release judgment, release control, release the want to be chosen. Why? Because you choose yourself. Okay. I will be referring to this video. I will be referring to love a lot in this video because I do think a lot of people struggle with detaching in love. And there's a lot of misconceptions about detaching. People think that if you are detached, you are cold, you are not considerate, that you are mean, that you don't care, when quite it's literally the opposite of that. Detaching means that you fully give as yourself. You are yourself and you love fully to the fullest capacity that you can, but you are so dang rooted in yourself and you are so busy with yourself that if something does not pan out the way you want it to, your world does not come crashing down. Why? Because you are really secure and happy with yourself and you know who you are, what you want, and you are not willing to settle for anything that is not in alignment in your universe. My name is Natalie and I am the Online Witch. On this channel, we talk about anything that has to do with becoming your highest self, reaching that high priestess, empress era of your life, as well as self-development. I have been an entrepreneur for over 10 years now, and naturally with that journey comes a self-development part. We will be talking about spirituality as well as anything witchy, but mainly personal development, higher self, how to just really embody that version of yourself to become magnetizing, to really draw in that dream life that you've always wanted, because you have that inside of you. You just haven't fully tapped into it yet. Detachment is your biggest superpower. And again, I wish that I would have learned this in my early 20s because it would have saved me so much time. I am a relationship girly. I am not someone who casually dates. I date to die together. And I have made many mistakes in choosing the wrong people. And the weird part about the journey is that I have always been very rooted in who I was, in the career path that I want, but somehow in love, I have let go of myself in the sense where I have released myself fully, in the sense where I want to be chosen, in the sense where I want my partner to love me for who I am and appreciate who I am. And the reason why I'm sharing this is because I know many of you have been in that situation. I know many of you are probably in that same situation. And we can apply the art and the law of detachment in love, in career, in friendships, in family, in any outcome, content creating, anything. I can, I don't know, market my business, but I cannot control how many people buy tickets. I cannot control a lot of things. I can date a person, but I can't control them. You have to, with detaching, you have to learn how to release the control. And if you're someone who struggles with detaching or being anxiously attached in a relationship, most likely you have dealt with the narcissist, and most likely you have dealt with an avoidant, and I have dealt with both. From a lot of research that I've done, avoidants are far worse than narcissists. Why? Because narcissists, you see the abuse right in your face. With avoidants who never fully choose you, your body feels it, but you can't pinpoint why you feel like that. So internally, you go crazy. And this is why I'm sharing this, because I want to be a beacon of hope for people that have gone through what I have gone through. Mind you, I thought that I did the inner work. I thought that I did the inner work. I have been doing self-development work all of my 20s. And then I had my first awakening in 2018 and started to really dive headfirst into shadow work and inner work. But it's not until 3 years ago, when I was very dysregulated, that was a pivotal point for me. And my goodness, that pivotal point drew me to where I am today. And to be where I am today is so crazy, and it is so liberating, and it is so, I love it. I love it. I don't care. I don't care. And I have always been someone that has never really cared what people think about me. Sure, I've always wanted to be chosen by like friends, family, more so people. But I never really cared what people thought about me, because I've always, felt a little different and have always liked things that are a little different than most people. But there was still that part of me that always wanted to be liked. And it wasn't until my 30s that I really did not give a damn. When they say your 30s are your best years, they definitely are. I really did not give a damn. But these past 3 years, mastering the art of detachment has really brought this to a different level. When you detach from people, places, and things, and you start pouring your energy back into yourself to the point that you are so busy because you are loving on yourself, you are recommitting to hobbies that once brought you joy as a child, you are spending time with people who really truly value you and love you, you are constantly working towards your dreams and your goals, you have no other choice but to be happy and secure within yourself. Your cup is overflowing with joy and happiness now that you have finally released control, and you know that if something falls away in the process of detaching, it is not meant for you. I know a lot of women are going to think, well, I really want this man to choose me. I really want this man to love me. Baby, let me tell you something. If he doesn't, he never will. It doesn't matter if you are the dream woman. It doesn't matter how beautiful you are. It doesn't matter what you do. If someone doesn't choose you, they will never choose you. And that is okay. And that is something that you need to come to terms with. The right person will gravitate towards you. The right person will love you simply for who you are, and will love you so much that they can't fathom thinking about their life and not picturing you in it. Someone who loves you will move mountains for you. I felt like I really needed to say that, because I think a lot of women want to detach just so that their partner can choose them. And I get that. But that isn't what detaching is about. Detachment is about fully becoming happy with yourself and being fully in love with yourself, beyond in love with yourself, that nobody can tell you otherwise. And that you know that if something does work out, it's because it's in alignment. And if something doesn't work out, it's because something better is happening. Something better is on the horizon. You are manifesting something even better than you can ever imagine. So, how do you detach, right? I think that's the very big question, because again, there's a big misconception that if you detach, you don't care, you don't love, you're cold. No. When you detach, you fully show up as yourself, but you release the expectation. Detaching, you release control, because the only thing that is certain in life is that we are going to pay taxes, we are going to die, and the only thing that we can control is ourselves. So you must release the control. Let people be who they will be, and let you be who you are. And you want to be someone that is full of love, that is full of life, that is full of light, that is full of confidence. That is who you want to be. As someone who has been triggered into being anxiously attached at one point in my relationship, let me tell you, the greatest thing that you can do is pour back into yourself. Because when you do it long enough, there is like this chemical switch that happens in your brain. This switch that's just like, wait, why was I chasing? Why was I giving so much effort into something, somewhere, or someone that didn't give a damn about me? And that is the superpower of detaching, because you know that when that time comes, you are okay. And if that person is meant to be with you, they will be so polarized by your magnetic energy, because your energy and your time is sacred. And they know that in order to be within that vicinity of your time and space is a privilege. This is the way you manifest someone who is in alignment with you. This is the way you manifest someone that is on that same frequency with you. Someone that truly values you is going to look at you and think, I love her energy and I want to match that energy. I will feel honored if I'm in that energy. Someone who is not confident in themselves, someone who is an avoidant, someone who doesn't love you will always be insecure by the amazing person that you are. And guess what? That is not your problem. That is not your problem. And please learn that it is okay to let go of people that are like that. I'm sure we've all heard of the example of, like, if you chase something too much, it runs away. If your dog is running down the street and you're chasing the dog, it like suddenly starts running away. If you chase a man, that man runs away. Men, for some reason, like women that they have to work for. Men value what they have to work for. So making yourself unavailable in a way because you are so busy fulfilling yourself will make a man value you more. And this is how you detach from people, places, and things. Boundaries are such a big part of the detachment process. You have to get so clear with your boundaries and ask yourself, what will I allow? What will I tolerate? What will I not tolerate? And you make those boundaries firm and clear. Anyone that sees your boundaries as conditions, anybody that sees your boundaries and doesn't take them seriously is not meant for you. Someone who loves you is going to want the best for you, and wanting the best for you is honoring those boundaries that you have in place, because those boundaries are to protect yourself and to protect your heart. And boundaries are not for the person. So if someone crosses a boundary, you do not punish them. You do not give them consequences. What you do, you remove yourself. You remove yourself from the situation, and this is the way people respect you. Sure, they'll suffer the consequences on their own, but they did that to them. You didn't do that to them. The way you protect yourself is you honor your boundaries and you remove yourself from the situation. So again, someone who loves you will honor your boundaries, just as you should honor someone's boundaries. Remember that in relationships, there is always compromise. Relationships are never easy. There's always going to be problems. There will always be hard conversations. But the way you respect one another and the way you honor each other's boundaries and the way you compromise is what makes a successful and beautiful relationship. You have to choose to love one another every single day. And you can show up to love your partner every single day while also mastering the art of detachment. Because when you do that, when you love fully, you show up fully, but you release the expectation, which is you're detaching. You allow for them to really show you who they are, to show you what they want, to show you if they value you. And if they don't, you remove yourself from the equation. Why do you want to be with someone that doesn't want to grow with you, that doesn't want to go in the same direction as you? Because life is way too short to be chasing someone who is not in alignment with you. Let them go. Let them be who they are going to be. Let them be who they think they are, and let them learn the lessons on their own. Because I can guarantee you that people like that will never do the work. People like that will never look in the mirror. People like that will continue to get into relationships and repeat the same patterns because they literally think that their poop doesn't stink. But they can keep sweeping all the poop under the rug. But eventually that new partner will realize, like, hey, it stinks a little too much in here. What's going on? You look under the rug and there's a pile of poop. I'm trying not to cuss. And if they step up to be the person that they need to be, not just for them, for you, but for the two of you, congratulations. You have someone who really does love you. So best believe that whatever is not in alignment for you, you don't want it. And learning how to detach will let you be okay with losing people, places, and things that do not serve you. I want some matcha, by the way. This is ceremonial matcha, but it looks funny because I put my hormone supplement in here. It's the Millimend hibiscus, and I mix it with my ceremonial matcha, and it is so heavenly. It is so good. And then I make it with some soy milk and maple syrup, and it is so delicious. I hope you guys heard that because I moved the microphone. But anyway, as I was saying, I think I'm going to end the video here because I believe I talked about detachment, but at the same time, I did talk about why you want to detach and why certain individuals should detach. And I hope that this video also brought a different perspective because I do think a lot of people talk about detachment in a sense of like, oh, once you detach, everyone, that person that you want is going to chase you. They're going to chase you. The right person will chase you. And also the right person, you won't need to jump through hoops. You won't need to do detective work for the right person to choose you. You just need to be who you are. But at the same time, learn how to detach because in life, there's going to be a lot of things that you've got to let go of, a lot of things that you need to shed, a lot of things that are going to die, and you need to be okay with that. You need to be so grounded, so secure, so confident, so in love with yourself that nothing can shake you from who you are. Nothing can shake you from what you want. Nothing can shake you from what you need. Nothing can shake you because you are so in love with yourself. Thank you so much for watching this video. I hope that you took something positive away from this. And please don't forget to like and subscribe. This is my first YouTube video. And I hope to continue creating because there is so much that I want to talk about. As always, I am the online witch, and we are going to get you to your highest self, to that high priestess, empress era of your life. Until next time, bye.